episode of the Post-grad Diaries. I figured I would just do a little series where I kind of just take you guys along while I am figuring out what I'm doing with my life. If you are new here, I'm a recent graduate of UC Santa Barbara. I graduated in the winter, so it's been about 2 months and they have just completely flown by. YouTube and social media in general is my job and I love it so much and I plan to continue it, but we are also going to be adding in some other things because I do want to have other things going on. I'll explain that more later, but right now I work from home, so I have been spending all of my time in my apartment pretty much. I feel like ever since I graduated, I have not been getting outside and just going out and doing things as much, and I've realized that that's not good for me. Obviously, like my mental health is kind of struggling with me just staying inside my apartment all day, and I am so grateful to have a job where I can work from anywhere pretty much. So why don't I just take advantage of that and go work at a cute coffee shop? So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna bring my Kindle, so maybe we can go to the beach and read afterwards. I'm not really sure what the plan is, but I'm just excited to go do something. And this is kind of me taking myself on a date. Even though I'm gonna be working, I'm specifically going to a coffee shop that I have not been to before. And this may be a little out of the way, but I've been wanting to go there for a while. So I'm gonna treat myself and make a little day out of it. So we need to pack a bag. I'm gonna be using this bag. I just got this. Dagny Dover sent this as part of their like class of 2025 collection, I think. But it is so nice, so sturdy. There's like so many pockets on the inside. There's like a laptop sleeve. There's even a little water bottle holder. And since this is part of their class of 2025 collection, it only feels right to use in today's video. So I'm gonna pack my laptop in the laptop sleeve. That's so perfect. We have my planner. I always put my hard drive and my SD cards in this little pouch from Brandy. So we're gonna throw these in there. And I always like to bring my wired earbuds because I'm gonna bring my headphones too, but sometimes these may just die or I just don't feel like wearing headphones. So I really love wired earbuds. I'm gonna bring my DJI Osmo Pocket 3. If you've never seen this, it's a camera and it's really cool. So I think we're gonna try this out today. And I got some little microphones for it, so those aren't here. Dang, this thing is already packed pretty full. But I think that should be it except for a water bottle. Oh, and then my Kindle. Tell me why I can't find it. It's a little scary. Okay, I found my Kindle. And then of course we have a bunch of little things that I always just like to keep with me in my purse. I have my wallet, hand sanitizer, lip liner, and lip tint, Listerine strips, and sunglasses. And I think we should be good. That feels like so much stuff. We're all set. I got an iced vanilla latte with whole milk. This coffee shop is so cute. I'm scared to talk too loud right now. I also was gonna get a blueberry muffin, but they only had a lemon one, and it looks like this is lemon poppy seeds, so I'm actually so excited about this. Also, what even is this? It's gorgeous. I'm so excited to try this. So let's try the coffee first. Oh my god, that is so good. Okay, I actually really like that. This cup is so cute. I'm gonna try a bite with the icing. I will definitely be ordering this again. Some editing done, and there's a ton of cute little stores in this area. I saw some like home decor stores and I really want to stop in those, so we're gonna do that before we leave. Okay, we are back in the car. That was so much fun. I need to come here more often. This is such a nice area. It is so crazy being here though, because there are so many rich people here. They're all either head to toe in designer or in like the cutest little athleisure set. So I felt like I stood out, but that's probably just me in my head. But I did get a few looks. I did get a little nervous filming things, but I love how discreet this camera can be. I hope the footage I got was good. I'm excited to go look at it. First, I went to the coffee shop. The coffee was really good and the place was really cute. I sat outside. It was a little hot, but the wind was picking up here and there, so it still felt nice. I got some editing done. I didn't have like a ton of work to do today, so it was kind of perfect because I could still just like relax and work kind of slowly and not be stressed out. And then I walked around to a bunch of cute stores. Everything here is so expensive. I picked up a cup that I wanted. It was $88. What are we talking about? That's insane. There were some stunning bags in this one store that I wanted so bad. Anyways, I might be coming back here in a few days if I am thinking about this one bag nonstop. And it's one that I normally wouldn't expect myself to be drawn to because of the color. It's like green. I am not the biggest fan of green, especially that color green, but something about it, I just loved it. And I actually could see myself wearing it a lot. I don't know. And then there was another one that was so pretty. It was vintage. It would have fit my laptop. It would have been perfect, but it was insanely expensive, so I did not get that one. Next, we are gonna go to the beach. It's pretty hot today. I kind of do wish I wore a bikini. I wasn't going to because I didn't think I would be feeling it, but now I'm wishing I did. I wonder what the UV is. I should check that. But yeah, we're gonna go to the beach. We are going to read my book and we're gonna have a nice little afternoon. This is something that I just want to do more often. I'm so grateful to have a job with so much flexibility because I can have days like this sometimes, definitely not every day, but I'm just so happy to be here. Just been having such a good day. But let's go to the beach. Currently trying to figure out how to get down to the actual beach. I don't know where the stairs are. I've been to this beach once before, but I think I was in like a slightly different area. I just found this little chair and this is the most perfect spot. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me, but I have my Kindle. I'm reading Sunrise on the Reaping right now, which some of you guys might already know. I've talked about it before. I need to get my sunglasses. I am just so happy that I found this little spot. It's so perfect for reading. I can just be by myself in the shade, staring at the ocean. Like, this is the perfect reading spot. I'm so happy. It's actually a couple days later. I wasn't able to stay at the beach for as long as I wanted to because I had to be somewhere at a certain time and the traffic was just worse than I thought. So anyways, I thought I would do a little Q&A because I feel like I haven't sat down and talked to you guys about my post-grad plans and how I'm feeling and all of that. So I thought I would do that. I'm getting ready right now. I asked you guys to ask any questions on my Instagram story, so I'm just gonna be answering those. First of all, something that I just want to address is the job situation. I feel like a lot of people asking questions didn't know that social media is my full-time job. This is how I support myself. This is how I pay my rent. I feel like people maybe just don't know that this is my job because it kind of doesn't seem like one. It is the coolest job ever and it doesn't feel like work 90% of the time because I'm just doing what I love, you know? But it can be very time consuming and I feel like it's gotten so busy ever since I graduated to the point where I was like, how was I ever balancing school and social media at the same time? I did not know how I was doing it, but yeah, it kind of surprised me how much time it really did take up in my schedule. I feel like it would surprise anyone how much time goes into it. But yeah, I was getting questions about what my job is basically, and you're looking at it. But I will say, I knew that I always wanted to do something else besides social media, even if I was able to do this full time, just because I kind of want to have my eggs in different baskets, if that makes sense. So if you are new here, you might not know that I want to start a wedding content creation business. My friend Julia, who is also a creator, her name is Julia Chris, you guys might know her. She also does wedding content creation, and that's kind of how I was introduced to that idea, and that was something that I could really see myself doing and being good at and really just feeling fulfilled with that. But I didn't give it too much thought. This was also a long time ago when she first started, and I wasn't really needing to think about that quite yet. But then last year I had a family friend reach out to me to do content creation for her wedding, and that was such an honor, first of all. So I said yes, and I was able to do it for the first time, and I kind of got like a good practice run. The bride was so sweet and basically just made sure that I didn't feel any pressure, kind of just told me like, try your best and we will be happy with it. And so that's what I did, and I had so much fun, and it was so fulfilling to do something like that for someone else. And I realized that's something that I could do with my life, is make content but for other people, not just my own personal content. I wanted to do something that didn't like revolve around me, because their reactions to all the videos that I made were just so sweet, and like it just made me so happy that I was able to document those memories for them. So basically I am going to be starting a wedding content creation business. I have been wanting to start it for a minute now, but I have just been so overwhelmed. It is very daunting to start a business, and there's a lot that goes into it that obviously I didn't know when I was first starting. It's very different when you are doing it for a family friend versus like actually having people hire you, having clients, and like making it a professional business. I don't know. I hope that makes sense, but that's something that I am working on very much in the beginning stages because of how busy things have been, but also just trying to figure out what I'm doing, because this is so so new to me. This industry is just obviously something that I've never done before. I just thought it would be really cool to be able to carry my film knowledge and like content creation skills into something else and make a business out of it. If you didn't know, I majored in film and media studies at UCSB, and I feel like my degree has really come in handy with like content creation in general. And so it is being used, and even if social media goes down the drain one day, I will always have my degree to fall back on, and I'm very, very grateful for that. So I don't exactly know what my post-grad life is going to look like. I just know it's not going to be the most traditional route. I really hope I explained that well. There's also a big life update coming in a future video in like the next couple weeks, which is also kind of a huge part of post-grad life, but you guys will see that very soon. Also, nothing is set in stone. I'm very much still figuring things out, but that's what it's looking like, and the wedding industry is never going to go away, and it would be awesome to really, really build up my skills and then be able to be a wedding photographer or a wedding videographer one day, because a wedding content creator is very different from those two, and I feel like they all have value in their own ways, but I feel like wedding videography is something that I would love, love, love to do. I just need to get really good at it first, which is going to take a lot of practice. But also, it doesn't just have to be weddings, it can be any events. But enough about that. I feel like I've talked about that a lot. Someone said, is it difficult to maintain a routine every day now that you don't have classes? Yes. I've talked about this a little bit before, but basically with YouTube, I am my own boss technically, and so I have to be on top of it. I have to make sure I'm disciplining myself to get my work done when I say I'm gonna get it done. And so I've really been trying to make a schedule for myself. I'm still working on it. I don't have the balance down quite yet of like posting on all different platforms consistently. All of my energy right now is going into YouTube because I really wanted to get back on a consistent schedule with that. So I've been trying to plan out my weeks based around my videos and giving myself enough time to edit, just be better at time management in general, because my classes kind of forced me to do that, but it's a little bit different now, obviously. Definitely in a good way. I'm just still adjusting. Someone said, did you make more friends in college or high school? I got a few questions about making friends just in general, so I'll talk about that for a second. I feel like I definitely made more friends in college. I don't really keep in touch with most people from high school. I could really get into it, but I don't know if I want to do that right now. Let's just say my morals differ from a lot of people in my hometown. It's so hard to talk and do eyeliner at the same time. I'm already messing it up. But yeah, I feel like it's easy to grow apart from people in high school, even if you really don't think you would when you were actually in high school. If I could go back and tell myself 5 years ago who is still in my life, I would literally be shocked. And I feel like everyone tells you that while you're in high school, and you're just like, no, there's no way I'm gonna be best friends with these people forever. But sometimes that changes. Not always. I'm not saying you're not gonna be friends with anyone from high school. I still have one of my best friends from high school, but I feel like it's hard to understand at the time. Anyways, all that to say, I think you really just don't realize how young you are when you're in high school. I felt so much older when I was like a senior in high school than I actually was at the time. And I'm probably gonna look back on myself at this age and think the exact same thing. But I think college helps you really grow into yourself and figure out who you are, at least a little bit. That never stops, but I feel like college kind of speed runs that. And so the friends that I've made in college are so different than in high school. I've always valued my friendships, but I feel like I really just value them even more now. I definitely made stronger friendships in college than I did in high school because I knew who I was a little bit more. My friends knew who they were a little bit more. Maybe I didn't know as many people, but like I said, the friendships are stronger. And for that, I'm very, very grateful. People also asked about making friends post-grad, and I have no advice for that because I am only 2 months in. So if any of you guys have advice for me on making friends post-grad, please comment down below, because I currently don't know how I'm gonna do that besides like, I don't know, signing up for different classes or activities, whether that's a workout class or like a pottery class or things like that, like community types of activities where I can go put myself out there, because obviously I don't have school to do that anymore and I know it's gonna be harder. So that is something that I'm genuinely worried about, because a lot of my friends also don't live very close to me. I think if they did, I wouldn't be as worried, but they don't. So I don't know. This is actually something I wanted to talk about. Someone said, how did you know that you should transfer? / how did you know that your first school wasn't for you? I feel like it is so incredibly scary picking a college at the age of like 17, because I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I don't even think I really knew what my major was gonna be until pretty close to when I was like applying for schools. There was nothing that I felt like incredibly drawn to, I guess, until I actually found out that film was a major, and I was like, oh, I absolutely want to do that. But yeah, when I was a senior in high school, I had no idea where I wanted to go to college. I didn't feel passionate about anything, honestly. Not anything, any school. I didn't really have have like a dream school at the time. I just had no idea what the next 4 years of my life were gonna look like or what I even wanted them to look like. I kind of picked my school more based off of like location. I was honestly very scared to like go too far from home. I wanted to stay in Southern California, ideally, because I had family in that area. I did not even know that Cal State LA existed until my mom and I were researching different options. And once I heard LA and good film program, I was like, okay, I think that's what I want to do, but I still didn't feel very confident, I guess. I don't think I would have felt confident in anything at the time because I did not know what I was doing. And I think once I got to LA, I realized that like LA didn't feel like home to me. It didn't feel like somewhere that I could live for the rest of my life, especially in this industry. You kind of have to be in LA, not have to, but like that's where the most opportunities are. And I was like, you know what? Why would I continue building a life somewhere that I don't even want to live? Like something needs to change. I don't see myself living here for my whole life. I want to find opportunities elsewhere and start to build my life there. My mental health was also awful at the time, like worst it has ever been in my life. I cannot even tell you guys how bad it was on here. And I think that kind of just solidified my decision that like I literally needed to go somewhere else. It was not healthy for me to stay anymore. It felt like a necessity to transfer. It just didn't feel right to stay. And that's not even to say anything about the school itself. I really loved the film program there, especially in my last semester that I spent there. I took some really cool classes and I loved the people in my classes. It just did not feel right. It's hard to say. I think your gut is just going to know. And I was not listening to it for a long time. I was trying to just like suck it up and push through it until I like reached my breaking point basically. And I was like, okay, this is not good for me. I need to figure something else out. It is such a shitty feeling when you don't feel like you made the right decision. I just trusted that I would end up where I was meant to be. And I was like, okay, I guess that's Cal State LA. And I feel like at the time I thought I made the wrong decision. And that feeling was so scary to me because I was like, how am I gonna like grow up and plan out my life if I can't even make the right decision on what school to go to? I don't know. That sounds dramatic, but at the time I was going through it, okay? It just felt so scary. Just know that if you are also feeling that, you are not alone. And if you're feeling like that, maybe that's a sign that some changes need to be made. I'm not saying that you absolutely have to like transfer schools or anything, but just reassess your life and figure out what's working, what's not, and don't be afraid to take that step to make a change. Because I was for a really long time. And not that I regret not moving sooner than I did, because I feel like it's like the butterfly effect. Like so many things wouldn't have happened if the timing didn't work out exactly how it did. It's just so crazy to think about. Like I wouldn't have even met one of my best friends if I didn't transfer exactly when I did. I could go on and on about this, but just like trust your gut. Everything will work out even if it doesn't feel like it is. I think that's all I kind of wanted to talk about. Let me know if you guys have any more questions. I feel like that touched on pretty much everything except for moving. You guys will be hearing all about that soon. I wasn't even gonna tell you guys yet because I didn't want to like make you wait, but I just got too excited. I'm sorry. I'm actually going somewhere right now that has to do with that, which I am filming. So you guys will see all of this stuff a little bit later. I am saying way more than I need to. I need to just shut up. Anyways, okay, let me know if you have any more questions, and please, if you have any advice for me, let me know. I am not taking a very traditional route here, and I'm so grateful to have the job that I do and live the life that I live, but at the same time, it's not a traditional path, and so I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I hope everything I said makes sense. Sometimes I go on rants, and I don't even know what I'm talking about, so I just felt like I needed to like sit down and catch you guys up on everything, but I will talk to you guys later. All right, you guys, I did not officially end the vlog, so I wanted to do that now. I also just wanted to say, I feel like a lot of this vlog obviously was just me talking, and I do think that that was necessary to like catch you guys up on how I'm feeling because I really haven't had a chance to do that. But I do want to continue this series and actually show you guys more. I know only the beginning of this vlog was me going out and doing things, and I want to do that more in future vlogs, but life is so crazy right now and I'm so excited to share more with you guys. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys for your support. It is crazy that some of you guys have been watching my videos since before I even got to college, and now I'm graduated. I can't believe it. Please comment if you are one of those people. I'm so curious when you guys started watching. If you were here from like my dorm or my LA apartment, please let me know because you are a real one for sticking around. But yeah, I just felt like we were in need of a chat. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And again, let me know if you have any advice for me, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye.